Hi guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, Tom and I are going to be discussing whether or not you should use Google Ads in your agency as a service that you provide to your SMMA clients. So Tom, Google Ads are very different to Meta ads, TikTok ads. There's different criteria. They're ran in different ways. And we get questions a lot that say, do you offer them? How do we go about doing them? So what's your view on it? Because I've got a very strong view.
Yeah, we like Google Ads are never our go-to platform to run advertising for your client. It really depends. So Google Ads has a place, and if those of you don't know what Google Ads is, it's where you go on Google for a particular service. Let's take, for example, driveways in Peterborough.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you don't know what Peterborough is, it's just a place in the UK. If you type in driveways in Peterborough into Google, those who have good SEO, which is search engine optimization on Google, that means they've got good SEO and they are featuring on page 1, because you don't tend to go past page 1 and 2 for stuff that you want to find, mate, do you? No. And that's whether you're a client, a consumer, or whatever. So good SEO means you've done a good job and your website is naturally just featured on page 1. Wow. Those who don't have that luxury, or some of them who are even on page 1, still advertise on Google Ads. So they feature when you see the sponsored ad at the top. So you type in driveways Peterborough and you get someone right at the top. Okay. And you actually get another one right at the top that says, like, it says sponsored, or pay. It actually says ad. All you've done there is pay to be right in people's grill at the top, so you're likely to get the click. And on Google Ads, the way they charge you is based on click, which is where the term cost per click comes from. Okay,
pay per click.
Oh, pay per click. Sorry. Yes. So it's designed deliberately to, there you are at the top, click. Now that sounds wonderful. However, what's the negatives of it? Well, the negative of it is you have to have actually quite a large budget to advertise on Google Ads. You can't just have a budget of $500. You really, or pounds. Not even 500 is enough. I think with Google Ads, you need £1,000 a month budget, if not £1,500 a month budget.
Yep.
If not, maybe 2,000 a month budget, because it works on a bidding process, again, just like all the other platforms. So you're actually outbidding someone for that very final position. And it's really who has capped their pay-per-click average. Because when you go on to layer the ad, it says, what are you willing? What's the maximum you're willing to spend to get that click ahead of someone else?
Yeah.
And if you put your maximum at 4p, but yet me and Harry know how to run ads, and we put our maximum in at 8, which is normally actually 10 for those out there. 10's a sweet spot, right? Then every time it goes for a bidding war, I'm going to beat people every time for the click. Obviously, it's going to cost me more, but I'm going to be featured way more.
Yeah.
It just means you're going to bite into your budget. Quite often, you'll find that you go to run ads for clients on Google Ads, and it's not spending the money. And you're like, why the fuck is it not spending the money? It's not spending the money because the budget's not big enough, and people are coming in with bigger budgets, and you're just not getting seen. Yeah. Like, based on the algorithms and who's got the budget, where and when, and what audience you're both aiming at. I've had clients, when I first started, I was like, I had a budget of maybe £500. I was running ads for someone. It was a painter and decorator or something like that. And I just wasn't spending the money. I was like, why the fuck is this isn't spending? Just not enough budget. Like, Google could not get their hands on it in front of me for people, and it was just a shame, really. It's the same for YouTube ads too. YouTube ads is slightly different, but again, you need a bigger budget.
Yeah, a good comparison is we worked with a mortgage broker. Well, they weren't a mortgage broker; they were a mortgage
advice team.
A mortgage advice team, yeah. And they were doing Google ads. So we were running Google ads and Meta ads for them. Google cost per lead on Google was, I think it was averaging £46, and they were good leads. And the Meta leads was £6 to £8 a lead, and they weren't, the conversion rate of the Google ads were a lot better because that's search based. However, when you looked at how much it was costing and how much it was making, the meta ads were by far the better option. So there's a trade-off. You just naturally have to pay more for the leads, but the leads will be better quality because it's search-based rather than interest-based.
Yeah.
You don't know what search and interest-based is. Search-based is, in order for someone to see your ad, they would have searched a keyword. So if you're advertising remortgages for a mortgage company, everyone who clicks, well, you can make it so the only people that see your ad are people that have searched remortgages in Peterborough or whatever in London, so that only people in the area searching remortgages will see your ad. So you know that that person is hyper interested in that specific moment to submit their lead information, which is why the cost per lead's better, and why it's a better quality of lead, because in that direct moment they're seeing the ad, they're actually actively looking for a business of your kind. However, interest-based, which is what Meta and TikTok is there you're showing an ad to someone based on an interest they've either consciously or subconsciously told those platforms what they're interested in. So if on TikTok you watch loads of hair transplant videos, or you watch loads of remortgage advice, then you're going to fall under the remortgage or mortgage or first-time buyer interest category. So you show your ad based on that. And that's based on activity on the platform. Whereas Meta and TikTok they use the data that they capture from Google and other search engines on the type of interest you're doing. So when you go on Google and type in remortgage and you see that remortgage ad there, Facebook and Instagram also have that data. So when you go onto Facebook and Instagram know you've just searched for remortgage. However, when you go on Facebook and Instagram, that's at a later time when you're not as interested because you're not directly searching for it. You're just showing them ads because in the past 90 days, they've had an interest in something.
Yeah.
Which is why the cost per lead's a bit cheaper, because one, they can show more ads in that industry at once, and two, the quality of the lead's not going to be as hot.
Yeah. Well explained.
But if your marketing campaign's on point, like Tom and I's were, you don't have an issue with the convertibility of the leads.
No, if you've got good quality ads, and if they're good quality ads with a good quality funnel process and a follow-up process, then you don't have any issues. No.
Yeah. I think one thing I want to talk about, mate, is of how to choose whether your industry is better suited for Meta or Google. And I think the kind of thought process I go through is how specific the service is. If your service can be targeted very broad, so for example, I don't know, teeth whitening or Invisalign or hair transplants for men or beauty services for women, that's very broad. So Meta is going to be an appropriate platform for you. If you're going for, I don't know, relationship, what's it called, like relationship law or family law?
Yeah, that's a really good example. If it's, say, you're going through a divorce or you're having family law issues, and you're looking for someone to represent you, or you want some advice, first thing you do is go on Google and type in divorce lawyer Peterborough.
Yeah.
And you'll get several in the local area that offer the service that you're basically requesting.
Yeah. But just because
sorry, I was going to say, and that if that solicitor has been advertising, which they really should have, their feature on the top of the page. So and really the first one or two clicks are the ones you're going to click on. And actually the success rate of getting that first position is huge.
Yeah.
So you then get the thing. But however, if you were, like Harry's example, if you are advertising on Meta or TikTok, you can only do it to the people who are therefore in that position, and the targeting is probably going to be way harder.
There's not enough people, is there? Because on Facebook and Instagram you're paying per impression. That's just not going to spend the ad spend, whereas the other one is, because it's more condensed. Yeah. The final thing I want to talk about is SEO, because people get very confused with Google ads and SEO.
Yeah.
They say, well, why would someone pay for Google ads if they can just get their SEO sorted and they'd appear? And the issue with SEO, guys, is it takes years for you to get anywhere. It takes years and it's expensive.
Yeah.
And there's very few people that know how to do it correctly. So you could spend, a client doesn't say that you need to offer it. Tom and I don't offer it in our agency, but when clients come to you and say, oh no, I'm interested in SEO, not Facebook ads, that's a common objection we get, and we push back on them and they go with us, because we say, if you want to appear at #1 on Google, because everyone wants to appear at #1 on Google, it's not that simple and easy. You could be paying up to $2,000 a month, or a client could be paying up to $2,000 a month for 2 years and still not appear on Google, depending on the industry. Like if you want to appear on the first page of Google for Invisalign or implants for a dentist in London, you're going to have to spend a fucking fortune on an agency that really knows what they're doing. Or you could just put that amount of money into ad spend and you immediately go above everyone who's got SEO anyway. Or put that into meta ads.
Yeah.
So
yeah, completely well explained. I think it's just if you've got a big budget, if you've got a much bigger budget and it's quite a tailored niche and it's a particular service, then you just want to run some Google ads. Be careful when you run them, because they are quite complex. You have to have positive words, negative words that are costing you money that you don't use. You've got to remove the negative words and it's a real trial and error process. You can't just, it's not just, oh, I'm going to put all these lovely words like teeth, and say you're working with a dentist, teeth, Invisalign, crooked teeth, gum disease, whatever. These are keywords. All the major words cost the most money. So, it will teach you. And when you look at all the stats and you've learned correctly, you'll learn which words to cut out. Even if it's the most highest provided word, you'll learn of cheaper words to use that kind of help you get the best cost per click. It's quite a complex one, actually, Google Ads. They don't make it easy for you at all.
Yeah, I think you just have to be self-aware. And that's the same with all campaigns. Even if you remove Google, like when we work with a client, we'll sit down and say, right, which platform is going to get the best results? Is it YouTube ads? Is it TikTok? Is it Facebook only? Or is it Instagram only? Like, that's a conversation that we always have. And like, you can't just only have, I run Facebook ads or I run Google ads. Like, you have to be just conscious of where's the attention for that industry. And the
other thing is, sorry, mate, to interrupt. The other thing is Google Ads isn't classed necessarily as social media marketing. It's digital marketing, as is like emails and SMS, which we teach and preach. However, it's still a very useful way of gaining leads. And we do teach YouTube ads, and we're religious on YouTube ads. But it's certainly something which, is got its place, definitely.
Well, hope you enjoyed that video, guys. If you've not watched our previous video, it was on
TikTok, and how TikTok's basically been banned in the United States, in a particular state, Montana. We talk about the knock-on effect that's going to have in America and worldwide, and what that means for SMMA, really.
Well, hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Give it a watch, and we'll see you tomorrow at 9 AM for tomorrow's video.